What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy D. So we're going to switch to the WNBA side for a little bit. So we have some breaking news. According to Shams Charania and Kendra Andrews, 5-time WNBA All-Star and 2-time champion Kelsey Plum has been traded in a blockbuster trade to the Phoenix Mercury in exchange for Monique Koa-Makani, a 2027 first-round pick, and a 2028 second-round pick. So we're going to break this down and talk about it. This is interesting, so y'all, forgive me. I haven't been too tapped in with the WNBA, but I have been, kind of tuning in a little bit more. Today is the WNBA's trade deadline. Actually, as I'm recording this video, it's 2:57 p.m. But according to a lot of news and according to a lot of rumors, Kelsey Plum was a big trade candidate ahead of the deadline. I figured she would go to like a contender like the Golden State Valkyries, who are one of the best teams in the W right now. They're certainly a really good team that's known for their defense and how well they've played. And this is one of the more recent expansion franchises for the WNBA as well. The New York Liberty, they've kind of been, up and down throughout the season, but they're still in the mix to potentially compete, in the W for sure. The recent, champions as well. They're trying to kind of get their, footing as well. So I figured she would go to one of these teams, but she's going to the Phoenix Mercury, which is very interesting. Now, Kelsey Plum is having the best season of her career, like from a production standpoint. She has been amazing. Now, she hasn't played since June 21st due to a lower leg injury that's kept her out, but she is fully clear, fully healthy. Right now, she's currently averaging, prior to the injury, she was averaging 24 points per game, averaging over 6 assists. She's shooting 52.7% from the field and shooting over 38% from three. So she was having a very dynamic season. She was in like the MVP conversation prior to her injury. For obviously for the LA Sparks, I mean, this was a move, they kind of expected to really take that next step forward. They had Cam Brink, they traded Rickea Jackson, they brought back longtime franchise player Nneka Ogwumike to try to make a push, but their season has kind of just gone downhill. They're 10-17. They're not expected to make the playoffs. From their standpoint, I like the trade for them. They get some value, decent value, right? They get a first-round pick, they get a young player, and I mean, there were even talks too, like the Valkyries, the reason why they were kind of maybe reluctant to trade for Plum was obviously because they didn't really know who they would have to give up to get Plum, because she is having a great year. But considering the value, because again, she is coming off injury, she turns 32 years old later, this month. But to see the value that she went for is pretty solid value for the Sparks, to the fact that she's also a free agent. So that's something to keep in mind. That's why I'm a little interested to see how this is going to work out for Phoenix per se. Now, Phoenix was in the WNBA finals last year. They have, AT, Alyssa Thomas, they got Copper, and some solid players, but their season is also, they've really, haven't played well this year. They're 11-19, I think they're 6, they're like 6 places down from like the New York Liberty, 6 games